Hey folks, this is Yuki the Geekimist, and I'm here today to have a more serious conversation with you. No avatar needed, just straight up a very serious conversation with you regarding YouTube and their recent changes to several things. YouTube has gone out of its way to, in my own personal opinion, to kill a certain genre of YouTuber, or at least a subsection of YouTube-like channels. YouTube's latest change to moderation on has what I would call be considered asinine at the very most. And seeing that I have to throw the word ass here now to keep my channel from being considered a child channel is ridiculous. YouTube always trying to censor and save the children has been something going on consistently. Mostly they should blame themselves for supporting the Paul brothers for as long as they did, but you can't fix stupid, even with a hammer. So YouTube is now flagging people who watch, and I quote, content that seems for children as people who are lying about their age on YouTube thanks to an AI. And there, right there, tells me the fact that you're using a AI to monitor this versus actually having someone, systematically do this as a human. Or at least, if an AI is going to see someone is doing this, at that point, then pass on a report to a real person before you ban someone permanently from YouTube for lying about their age. And that there is already a lot. I know there's a lot of issues right now over in UK with people's faces having to be shown and all this for, age verification, and a few issues across everywhere. Everybody is trying to get our faces. Everyone's trying to get our information. Everybody is trying to reveal who we are, what our ages are. And in my own personal opinion, YouTube shouldn't need that for you just to sit down and watch content. To me, if your Google account is over a certain age, then they need to leave you alone. This is what's irritating. It's irritating to see that YouTube is trying to do this because it is killing people who cover. For instance, I cover a lot of Pokemon information. I cover a lot of stuff like that. People who last week I edited several videos, and yes, the Digimon one I knew was going to not get as much viewership. But the fact that my Pokemon views are nothing right now. I might be a 22 channel, but at least when I made a video about Coliseum and about a small update, I got at least views. This time around, YouTube is not... It's not that YouTube's not pushing my stuff. It's that people can't watch a lot of Pokemon stuff because then they're going to be knocked down as, oh, you're a kid. If you watch too much Pokemon stuff, then you're going to get hit. So they're only going to go to the big Pokemon channels to get their information. They're not going to go to the small fries who might get the information out sooner than them, but they're not going to watch us because that's going to mark them in a certain category. And people shouldn't have to watch inappropriate content to not be considered a child. People shouldn't have to do that. People shouldn't have to lie about their ages, or people shouldn't have to sit there and worry about YouTube getting rid of their YouTube account that they're probably paying YouTube Premium for because your ads are terrible, YouTube. Because, you shouldn't have to watch something inappropriate to keep yourself from being marked as a child. You know what? If you're someone who you watch YouTube to watch other people play games, you shouldn't be marked as a child because adults at YouTube consider, and I quote, well, video games and anime and animation is for kids. It's not. Games are rated M. Anime is not for children. Adult animation exists. Rick and Morty, The Simpsons, South Park, King of the Hill. All these things should not be being attacked by YouTube as a company. And we need to stop it. We need to stop the idea that YouTube is nothing more than trying to shut those kind of content down. And I don't know what content they want. Like, what content do you want, YouTube? Because you're making it boring. For years, you were sucking the dick of talk show hosts and celebrities. But they didn't want to stay on your platform. But you walked them around like they were your real celebrities, but they weren't. Markiplier, Jaden Animations, those were your people, but you were sucking the dick of The Rock, Jack Black, all these celebrities. When YouTube is supposed to be about us. You. Us. Not some corporate assholes who sit there and control a company and they're fucking driving it. This is why YouTube is going to fail eventually. Because they're doing the same shit they used to do that every other thing YouTube has put out that's fucking failed. It's why their fucking social media platform failed. It's why every time YouTube and Google tries to do anything unique, it kills itself. You have YouTube TV trying to push itself because it's more important, because they want to just become fucking cable. They don't want to have you fucking say fuck. They don't want to hear you say shit. They don't want to hear you be a fuck, but they at the same time want to moderate you and tell you you can't be a kids channel. Make your fucking minds up, YouTube. It's irritating. It's irritating to hear that, oh, well, we can't, you put too much Pokemon content, well, you're a kids channel. Anybody who watches your channel is going to be flagged watching a kid's YouTube video. It's not a fucking kids video. It's talking about something that most people who play Pokemon are fucking adults. Anymore. Kids aren't playing fucking Pokemon. Let's be honest. And if they are, it's because their parents or their weird uncles and aunts influence them to play it. Do you know who's playing Pokemon? It's the fucking 20-year-old who grew up playing the fucking Game Boy Advance games. Who grew up on the DS. Kids' days are playing fucking Fortnite and GTA. They don't give... And the thing is, yes, there are kids who play Pokemon. Yes, I know. But it's just the point. It's the point that you're marking this stuff down and you're punishing people who watch this stuff. It's fun to watch Jaden Animations and the odds one out fail at a soul lock. It's fun to do that. But you're saying, oh, well, their animation. The nuance is there. Shit's not meant to always be black and fucking white. Cartoon animation does not mean fucking kids. Just because a video game seems like it's kidly friendly does not mean it's for fucking kids. And the fact that YouTube is doing nothing more than not just punishing people who watch content they fucking like, but they're now punishing people who talk about what they like on fucking YouTube. And that's not to mention them going after people who don't show their fucking faces. Not every content creator wants to show their face. Not every content creator is comfortable showing their face. There's people who can't show their face or can't use their real voice because they're afraid about being doxxed. People don't want to be recognized in the streets sometimes. Some people don't want to be seen, recognized. Yes, there are content creators who do. That's fine for them. There's people who don't. VTubers, such as myself, and I don't want to put myself on the same shelf as important VTubers. But people like Iron Mouse, Sendrea, all the people from both Hololive, Niji Sami, and the remains, whoever, the many people from VJo Show who are now independents, they are VTubers because they don't want their face to be seen. Yes, there are people like Bow the Whale who show their face, but they would prefer to be an animated VTuber. They should not have to worry about hiding their face. There's people who have still images that represents themselves, like Vito, who makes the Noro VTubers. He doesn't want to show his face, and he shouldn't be punished because he doesn't show his face. And that's the thing is, they want to not just punish that, but they want to punish people who don't show their face. Eventually making you have to rather prove yourself by sending YouTube a copy of your ID. And I don't want Google having a picture of my personal identification cards. They have no right to see that stuff or to demand that stuff of me. I am not doing any, you know what? I'm not copyright struck. I'm not fighting a copyright system, which is something we've been doing for years. I am just simply sitting here making a YouTube video. I should be able to talk about War Greymon or Charizard, or hell, I should be able to sit down and talk about, you know, all the new Yu-Gi-Oh sets and why they're not moving off the shelves like they used to. I should be able to do that stuff without my channel being attacked or me having to prove that I am the age I say I am on my YouTube Google information that they have. I shouldn't have to provide an identification card to say, yes, I am who I am. I shouldn't have to do that. Or a nameless VTuber shouldn't have to put their name out there. You shouldn't have to. And this is the problem that YouTube's not getting. People should be able to be who they are at their own comfort level. We got all these companies that are trying to push protecting your identification, but here's YouTube coming around, making it worse for everybody. They are going out of their way to make things worse for everything. Everyone. It's irritating. My channel is suffering right now because people aren't watching anime and video game stuff as much right now because they don't want to get flagged because of this new AI from YouTube. People are going to get falsely flagged left and right. There's parents who are adults who show their children Bluey. They shouldn't be flagged as kids because they're showing their kids Bluey on their YouTube account. People shouldn't have to rely on the YouTube Kids account to keep kids locked. You know what? Blame the Karen from down the road who shoved a tablet in their kids' hands at the age of fucking 3. Don't blame us, who is just living our lives, making the content, or watching the content we want to on this platform. It's irritating, it makes me angry, and it's ridiculous that we have this YouTube channel, these YouTube channels out here who are frightful that they might have to reveal their ID to YouTube. Google is not a protected company. They are hacked, they are all the time. How long does that take till YouTube gets in and somebody hacks into Google and gets your ID card picture that you have to send to Google to verify your age? They shouldn't have the right to ask for that. We are fighting, and it's ridiculous. It's always something with this platform, and it's the only platform that works and is sustainable for doing what it does. And this is why YouTube, they abused our frickin' power, and it frustrates the hell out of me. I shouldn't have to show you my ID to talk about why Pikachu scratches his balls. I shouldn't have to do that, but I fucking have to because no one fucking gets it. No one gets it. And it's irritating. It's so irritating that you have to sit down and have this conversation. I'm irritated that instead of making a fun video, instead of working on editing my Digimon review part 2, instead of playing something I want to play so I can maybe make more content about it later on, or hell, just talking about anything else, I have to talk about YouTube attacking faceless YouTubers. Not just VTubers, YouTubers who are faceless, who don't show their face to review stuff, who shouldn't have to show their face to reveal stuff. And then at the same time, they're sitting there attacking the standard viewer, most of them who probably pay for YouTube Premium, and worrying about your account rather being shadow turned into a kid's account, or have to worry about them banning your account because you lied about your age on your information. It shouldn't be YouTube's fucking deal to know how old you are in the first place. And you know what? You shouldn't have to worry, if you're so worried about your kids, and for parents who are concerned and are happy YouTube's doing this, fuck you. Moderate what your children watch. If you're worried about little Suzy Lou going on fucking YouTube and seeing a dick, well, at the first time, you're not fucking paying attention to what your kid's watching, and you need to moderate what your child is getting on in the first place. It shouldn't be Everybody fucking suffers because you can't watch what your children's fucking watching on YouTube. That is you. That is on you as a fucking parent. That is you as a fucking poor ass excuse for a parent who can't moderate your child's content. There's a way, there's children accounts, there's YouTube Kids. If you're worried about what your kid's watching on YouTube, make sure they go on YouTube Kids. The fact that the YouTube has to be pussified because we can't show, because we gotta worry about the fucking children. They'll think about the fucking children. Fuck your kids. Fuck your kids. Fuck the Google people who want to put this in the hands of a fucking AI program that's not been tested properly, that wasn't modeled correctly, because you know it's going to be, because anytime YouTube puts something out that moderates the platform or is supposed to help out the platform, it always does the same thing. It fucks it up, because that is YouTube as a company. And I'm pissed. I'm pissed and I'm angry. I'm going to keep making content even if it doesn't get views. I don't care if 2 weeks ago I had about 300 views and last week I only had about 50. I'm going to keep making content, and I'm going to make it about Pokemon. I'm going to make it about shit I want to talk about. If I want to talk about anime titties one week and I want to fucking then turn around and then next week talk about fucking, Metabots, I will fucking do what I want to fucking do. Fuck this platform. I will never show you my fucking ID. And personally, you ban my fucking account, I will fucking make sure my account will fucking come back. Because fuck off. This is The Geek. I promise later this week I'll have more fun content involving the new Pokemon trailer that's coming out on Thursday and finishing off the Digimon review. Sorry you guys had to hear this one. Geek out.